Hey, 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 hey. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome along, welcome along. Are you guys well? Have you guys had a fantastic beginning of your week? Good Monday. My name is Gediminas, and I'll be your webinar host today, sharing with you the home-based business opportunity presentation. So on your right-hand side, just over here, you should see a chat box. So you can type in, any questions that you might have, and I will try to answer those as we go along through the webinar. Also, you can just say hello or say, later on some comments or anything like that, or especially if you have any questions, etc. Right? Feel free to share the webinar link. So the link that you have registered for this webinar, you can share it with your friends and family and your Facebook nation, so they can get the value of it as well, because maybe some of your Facebook friends are also, looking for an opportunity to earn extra income, or maybe to change a career and to develop a full-time income working from home, etc. So you can go ahead and share that registration link, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your LinkedIn, on your Snapchat, on your Instagram, or whatever you feel like, right? So this way, you can help us to spread the word. Hey, Patrice, we've got somebody from Trinidad on the call already. What's the time in Trinidad right now? It's definitely not 7 p.m. Cool, guys. So without the further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with our webinar. I just wanted to say hello to a couple of people who are already on the call. Hey, Diamante. Hey, Tazamaeli. Hey, Louise. Are you guys stalking me? Because I think I just saw you on my Facebook Live. And you're already on the webinar as well. Hey, Alice. Hey, Laura. So, guys, welcome along. I know we're going to have more people joining in as we're going along. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you guys so you can see what I see. Share. Great. And let me bring up the slides. Like this bit. Okay. And then play. All right. So those of you who are on this webinar, I assume that you are either already in a home-based business and you wanted just to learn more, or maybe you're even in our company already and you just wanted to learn how to explain the business to somebody or present the business. And some of you are here because somebody has shared the link with you and you just wanted to learn more. What is this home-based business opportunity is all about? And, could you actually earn some extra income, or maybe even develop a full-time income working from home, right? So that's exactly what we're going to talk today about. And we're going to share with you the FM business opportunity and how you can work with our company and how you can earn either an extra income or a very, very good income. So first thing I wanted to share with you is a few important concepts. First concept is the types of income. Most of you will know just about one income, which is a job income, right? Which we call a linear income, which means you go to work, you get paid, you earn money, but then you go, if you don't go to work tomorrow, you don't get paid, right? So this is what we call linear or active income. So you only get paid when you put in the hours. And the only way to actually earn more in your job is probably to spend more hours at work, right? Which is not great, because obviously you have to spend more and more hours at work, which means you get less time to enjoy your life, you get less time to see your family and your children, etc. And that might be a very negative thing in the life, right? But there's other types of income which are called, for example, residual or passive income. And passive income is when you do something once and you get paid month after month after month after month after year after year after year, right? So I'll give you a couple of examples of passive income. For example, artists like musicians, for example, they release a song, so they do the job once, but then they get paid every time somebody buys a CD or somebody plays the song on the radio. They get paid all the time. So they did a job once and they get paid all the time. Another example is authors. For example, they write a book, they release the book once, and then they get paid every time somebody buys a book. Other types of passive income can be, for example, interest on your investments. So, for example, you put in a certain amount of money in the bank, and the bank starts paying you interest. That's also passive income, because you put the money in, and you don't really need to do anything. The money keeps coming in every single month. So that's really what we call a passive income. But also, the way you can get passive income is in business. Because if you build a business, then business starts giving you passive income. So you do the work once, you build the business once, but then you get paid year after year after year from the initial effort that you have invested. And today I'll show you how to do that by using team building, right? And we'll talk about that. Also, the second thing I wanted to talk about is leverage. You see here on the screen, you probably see where it says job and it says self-employed, it says no leverage, which basically means you're not leveraging anything. You're basically getting paid for your own time. That's all. But there's two types of leverage. One leverage is using other people's money, and the second leverage is using other people's time. The first leverage, using other people's money, is, for example, if you borrow money from the bank, you buy a house, you fix it up, you sell it more expensively, you give the bank back the money that you borrowed, and you have some profit that you made. You just made that money by using other people's money. In this example, bank's money, right? However, this way of using leverage is a little bit risky. Because if something happens and your business venture doesn't work out, let's say you borrowed money, you opened a restaurant, and the restaurant didn't work out and it went out of business, you still owe the money to the bank, which is quite risky and it can be quite stressful. However, the other type of leverage is using other people's time, not money, right? So this is what your employer is doing if you have a job at the moment. Because if you work for somebody, they are basically buying your time wholesale, cheaply, and they are selling your time retail more expensively, right? So if you get paid £10 an hour, the chances are that your employer is probably making £15 an hour or £20 an hour from the time that you actually put in. So they give you some of that money and they keep some of the money, right? Which is okay. I mean, the whole world runs like that. However, usually if you just have a job, you don't have a chance to also use other people's time, right? Because you just have a job. But in business, if you teach other people and educate them and teach them how to do the business, you can actually get them to join your team. And now, in exchange for you teaching them, the company will pay you on their effort as well. So by the end of the month, you can get paid not just on your personal effort, but on the effort of your entire team. So that can be 10 people, it could be 50 people, it could be 100 people or more, right? So this way now you getting more done, if you like, in the same time. Because if it's just you, that means you only have 24 hours in a day. But if you get one person in business now in your team, now there's two of you. That means 24 hours times 2, you now have 48 hours a day available. If there's 3 of you, then there's 36, right? I'm not going to carry on because you realize how bad my math is. But you get the point, right? You get to basically leverage, right? So this is also really, really important, because as we go along through today's presentation, that might actually, you will see it in our business, how this actually comes into action and how that benefits you as a business partner. Okay, so our company is called FM Group. So who are we? Who is FM Group? Well, FM Group is a network marketing company. Now, you might have heard of network marketing. You might not heard of network marketing. It is absolutely fine. Network marketing is basically just a different way of distributing products, right? So traditionally, or in a conventional marketing, we have a company that makes the product, then it carries on onto the national wholesaler or a broker, then carries on onto regional wholesaler, then to the retailer or to the shop, and only then to the consumer. Now, as you can imagine, this long distribution chain actually costs a lot of money. It includes things like rents, rates, insurance, staff salaries, profit margin, shipping, and advertising, right? So all of that stuff is added on top of the final price that the customer pays. And actually, those distribution costs can account for up to 85% of the final price paid by the consumer. So if we take, for example, a perfume as an example, and if a perfume in a shop costs £100, 85 pounds of that might have been wasted along the way through this long distribution chain. So what we decided to do in network marketing, we basically decided to get rid of all the middlemen. So the product goes directly from the manufacturer to the independent business partner like me and you, and then directly to the consumer. Now, by doing business this way, by cutting out the middlemen, we as a company save millions every single year. And then we can invest that money into paying you, the business partner, the type of income that you deserve to earn, and into investing into actual product to make a better quality product. Also, we're a global success. We've opened doors 12 years ago, and we've already opened offices in more than 40 countries around the world, and more than 700,000 business partners have already joined our company. So when I first looked at this business, I thought, wow, more than 500,000 people cannot all be wrong. There must be something going on in this company that all of these people are joining and getting excited about. Also, if we talk about the company growth in terms of the turnover, in 2013, the turnover was in excess of 150 million pounds. Now, for me personally, that first of all shows the quality of the product, because I believe that it would be very difficult to sell 150 million pounds worth of bad quality product. And if you look year from year, the turnover kept increasing and increasing and increasing, which shows that the existing customers keep coming back every year and new customers appear. But more importantly than that, to you as a business partner, 12% of that turnover actually goes back to us, the business partners, to share between ourselves. You see, FM World is a family business. There is no committee of shareholders. So instead, the company takes that part of the turnover and gives to us, the business partners, to share between ourselves. So 12% of 150 million pounds, that's over 18 million pounds that were shared in 2013 between the business partners. So in a moment when you see the types of income that we can earn in this business, you shouldn't be surprised, because this is where the money is coming from. Okay, very briefly, I wanted to introduce you to the FM product range. So the first line of products in FM is, of course, our perfume. This is what we're famous for. We have more than 150 different perfumes for men, women, and even children, and everybody can find something that they like within our perfume range. Then we have a whole range of mineral-based cosmetics. So these cosmetics are enriched with minerals, vitamins, plant extracts, so it doesn't just look good, but it actually is good for your skin. Then we have the whole range of home cleaning products. So these are the products that you can use for your home, from bathroom cleaners to toilet cleaners to laundry liquids to washing up liquids to drain cleaners, etc. Basically, any product that you use in your household that at the moment you're purchasing from a supermarket and you're earning money to the supermarket, you could be purchasing it from your own business and earning money for yourself. Then we have a beta-glucan active collection. We have the Gold Regenesis anti-aging product range, and we have Oriel coffee and tea. We have normal, just a ground coffee. We have flavored coffee like Irish cream, vanilla, hazelnut, etc. And we have functional coffee like energy, antioxidant, focus, and our most popular one, metabolism, that increases the metabolism and helps people to lose weight actively quicker. Also, we have the Hello Honey collection, and of course our brand new perfume range, the Pure collection, which offers perfume for men and for women. Okay, we also have strong strategic partnerships. FM is a distribution company that operates all around the world, but we have a very strong partner, a company called Drom. This is a laboratory drum, and actually they make our perfume oils. Now, Drom Laboratory has been operating since 1911. So these guys have been making perfume for more than 100 years. And this is the company that produces perfumes for our company. But what most people don't realize, that most brands in the shop also don't produce their own perfumes. They also buy from a big fragrance house like Laboratory Drum or another fragrance house, and they just put their name on the bottle. Unfortunately, those brands will spend millions on advertising, on celebrity endorsements, on shops and in-store demonstrators, and the cost of those perfumes will grow very, very rapidly, and it will become very expensive. But in FM, we buy the perfume from the same place, but because we don't advertise, we don't endorse celebrities, we don't have shops, we don't have in-store demonstrators, all of that money is saved, so this way we can deliver this product at extremely low price, usually about 50 to 70% less than what you would pay in a shop. Also, we have extraordinary quality. Whenever I talk to somebody, I say, do you like perfume? And those people almost without exception say, oh yes, absolutely, I love it. And I say, well, unfortunately, you actually never had a perfume in your life. Because if you went home and had a look at the bottles you have at home, it will probably say eau de toilette or EDT, which is about 6% perfume oil and the rest is alcohol. So it doesn't smell very strong, it doesn't last very long, it's just very diluted. But in FM, we actually do perfume that is 20% to 30% concentrated. So it lasts longer, it smells stronger, it's just generally a better quality product. But because of the way we're marketing it, it still comes at about 70% less than what a person would spend for eau de toilette in a shop. Okay, so how can we earn in FM? Well, number one thing that I want you to understand, that you've already been doing network marketing all of your life. Now, some of you might say, well, I haven't been doing network marketing. I don't do network marketing, right? I just have a job. Guess what? Network marketing is nothing more than recommending and promoting things that you like. Now, let me ask you this question. Have you ever in your life recommended a movie to somebody? Have you ever in your life recommended a restaurant to somebody? Have you ever in your life recommended a shop to somebody? Now, the chances are the answer is yes. You probably recommended something to your friends or family or work colleagues. Now, the second question, which is even more important, have you been paid for it? When your friend or a family member went ahead to that restaurant or to that shop or to the cinema and watched that movie, did you get paid for that recommendation? Because that business made some money. Did you make money from that? Probably the answer is no. But in FM, that's exactly what happens. Every time you use the products from FM, you're obviously saving money because as a business partner, you're purchasing them with a huge discount. And every time you recommend these products to friends or family or work colleagues, you get paid. For a change, you get paid. Usually you've been doing advertising for free. Now you can start doing advertising and get paid for it. So every time your friends or family purchase some products, you actually earn money from that. And wouldn't it be fair if you got rewarded for that? You know, I know a lot of guys that, you know, support football teams and they wear the t-shirts and the scarves and, you know, all the banners and everything. And I always ask them, I say, how much does Arsenal pay you? How much does Manchester United pay you? And they always say, without exception, zero, right? So they're making money to these businesses, but they're not getting paid for it. In FM, if I recommend and promote these products or promote this business, I will be paid for it. I think it's better. So most people start with what we call retail sales. So it's basically recommending to friends, family, work colleagues, and people around you. Then we have direct selling to businesses, offices, beauty salons, hairdressers. All of these establishments can become your customers or even your team members. Fundraising with local, national, international charities, schools, nursery schools, churches, etc., where you can donate part of your profit and contribute to a good cause as well as keep building your business. Product parties, you know, either perfume parties or cosmetics parties, where you can invite a bunch of your friends and family to come along and they can just sample some products and see what it is all for themselves and get themselves and order some products for themselves. And of course, any retail outlets. So the first way you get paid with FM is basically retailing. So you take orders from your customers, you place these orders with FM Office, your products get delivered to your door next day. You supply these products to your customers and you earn an average of 33% profit from those sales. So if we look at a few examples like perfume, Pure Collection, for example, you purchase it at £9.50. The customer purchases it at £13.50, which means you're making £4 profit. Then we have Luxury Collection. You purchase it at £11.80. The customer purchases it at £16.99, which means you making £5.19 profit. And then we have something like Extravagant Collection, where a customer is purchasing for £24.99. You purchase at £17.40 as a business partner, and your profit is £7.59. Now, let me stop you for a second. Let's go back to this Pure Collection. This we're talking is 50 milliliter perfume for women and for men at £13.50 for a customer. This is not a special offer. This is not a special discount. This is the actual price. Now, let me ask you a question. How much do you normally spend for an eau de toilette in a supermarket? £30, £40, £50, right? This is 3 times more stronger and 3 times less expensive. Now, if this is not a no-brainer, then I don't know what is. Okay. Second type of earning income is team building. Now, from retailing the products, from selling the products, you might earn 100 or a couple of £100 a month as an extra income, but you're probably not going to be making thousands unless you're like super good at, selling products, etc. And at the end of the day, most people, they don't even fancy themselves as a salesperson. However, they don't mind recommending because they've been recommending all of their life, right? So the company realized that it's easier for 100 people to purchase a bottle each than for one person to purchase 100 bottles. So this is why FM will reward you for also introducing the business to others, for introducing the business opportunity to other people. So when they join the team, you will get rewarded. So the team building bonus is basically commission, which is based on the volume sales of your entire team each month. And as your volume grows, so does your commission percentage. So how is it calculated? Well, it's actually calculated by using points. As you can see here on the screen, 3% achievement level is 300 points. 6% achievement level is 1,200 points. 9% level is 3,600 points. 21% level is 30,000 points. So where do these points come from? Well, they come from every time when you purchase the products or your team members purchase the products. So imagine that you go ahead and you purchase today a bottle of Pure Collection for £9.50. You sell it and you made your £4 profit. But on top of that, you also get 34 points in the company, right? Which is great. But now imagine you introduce your friend Peter into the business. And Peter joins the business and he joins your team. So he becomes part of your organization. And he goes ahead and buys the same bottle of Pure Collection, also sells it, and also makes £4 profit, and also gets 34 points. But then now the magic happens. A copy of his points, so you're not taking his points away, he still has his 34 points, but a copy of those points will come to you as group points. And group points are your personal points, which you get for your personal purchases, plus the points of your entire team. So in this case, you and Peter, both 34 points, so your total group points would be 68 points. But the beauty of network marketing business is that Peter can now introduce Mary, and Mary can introduce Lucy, and Lucy can introduce John. And there is no limit by how many people can join your team and by how much products these people can purchase from the company. So as the team grows, so does your points. And the more points you collect within a month, the higher achievement level you achieve. And the higher achievement level, the higher is the income. So for example, if you reach 3% level with 300 points, you would get an outstanding income of £1.58. Okay, maybe not enough to quit your job and to retire to Bahamas just yet, but you're in profit, right? Which is the most important. But let's assume that now you have reached 21% level with 30,000 points. Well, that would mean that you can get paid about £1,000 per month, right? But this is no longer active income, right? This is passive income. Because you have built a team, now you will get paid that month after month after month, as long as your team keeps growing and keeps producing, right? So 30,000 points would be what? About 1,000 bottles. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you think you could retail 1,000 bottles by yourself in a month? The answer probably is no, it wouldn't really be very easy. However, what if you introduce 10 friends into the business? If you divide 1,000 bottles by 10 friends, now that's 100 bottles each. Now that's easy, yeah, but still probably not easy. But what if you teach those 10 friends how to introduce 10 friends each, and your team becomes 100 people? Now, if you divide 1,000 bottles by 100 people, that's only 10 bottles each. Now, that's very doable. That's only 2 bottles a week or so, right? So that's very, very doable. But let's take it a step further. What if your team grows from 100 people to 1,000 people? If you divide 1,000 bottles by 1,000 people, that's what? 1 bottle each. Nobody even needs to sell anything, right? People could consume a bottle of perfume a month. They could consume some makeup products. They could consume some coffee and tea. They could consume some home cleaning products, right? So the idea is about creating a network of consumers, of people who just use for themselves. Now, granted, some of them will prefer to sell as well, and that's absolutely okay. But majority of them can just be in your team and consume the products for themselves, but you will still get paid on all of that consumption. And also, at 21% Golden Magnolia level, you will qualify for a Peugeot car as a gift from the company, right? Which is also great, right? You can become a mobile leader. Okay, so some of you might say, well, £1,000 a month is great, but I want more. And this is where we come to the third way of earning income in our company, which is the leadership bonus. Now, the leadership, for the first, we said was the retail, right? When you sell the products, you earn income. The second was team bonus. So you build a team and you get paid for that team. But the third is leadership bonus. And here you get paid from global turnover. So that's all the 700,000 people with all the 40 countries where FM is are putting income into this fund. And when you reach the leadership positions, you will get paid from that fund. So here we have 4 positions: Pearl Orchid, Amaranth Orchid, Golden Orchid, and Diamond Orchid. And of course, the higher the level, the higher the income. In the Orchid Club, you can get paid anywhere from £1,000 a month up to £20,000 per month, right? Now, there's not many jobs that can pay that type of income. Now, guess what? It's simple, but it's not easy. Of course, it's going to take time and it's going to take effort. This is not get rich quick. This is not become a millionaire overnight. It's going to take some time and effort, right? But if you are focused, if you're committed, you can definitely achieve these positions. So the first is Pearl. The way you become Pearl is by helping 2 people in your team reach 21% level, which we just said a moment ago was about £1,000 a month and a Peugeot car. So you help 2 friends of yours to reach that level and to get £1,000 a month each and a Peugeot car each. You become a Pearl Orchid with an average income of about £1,000 a month, and you qualify for Mercedes A-Class. Second position is Amaranth Orchid. So when you help 3 people in your team reach 21% level, you become an Amaranth with an average income of about £2,000 a month, and you qualify for Mercedes C-Class. Third is Golden Orchid. So when you help 3 of your friends to reach Pearl Orchid level, which means each of them are now getting A-Class Mercedes, you become a Golden Orchid with an average income of £3,000 a month, and you qualify for Mercedes E-Class. And finally, number 4 is Diamond Orchid. You become a Diamond Orchid when you help 5 people in your team reach Pearl Orchid level. And at this position, an average income at the moment is about £8,000 per month, and you qualify for Mercedes S-Class, right? Now, there's 2 things I always mention here. One, it's going to take some time, right? It's likely to take a few years to get to that level. Now, hey, we had people who reached this in 6 months. We had people who reached that in longer, right? However, usually it will take a couple of years to get to that. And some people say, oh, a few years is a long time. But guess what? Few years from now, you're going to be few years from now. You can't avoid it, right? It's happening. The time is going to go, right? But you need to ask yourself, if nothing changes in my life, the chances are probably in few years' time, I'll be doing the same job, driving the same car, living in the same house, etc. So if you want your life to change, you need to change something. And that might be starting a home-based business. The second thing I always mention is that for you to reach a Diamond Orchid, you had to help 5 of your friends to reach Pearl Orchid, which means each of them are getting about £1,000 a month and qualifying for Mercedes A-Class. Now, my question for you is, do you think those people would thank you for introducing them into the business? And the answer, of course, you just changed their life, right? So the beautiful part of this business is that by succeeding in this business, you're not only helping yourself, but you're also helping other people around you to change their lives too. But a lot of people started reaching Diamond Orchid level in our company. And in this type of business, you cannot have the maximum, right? Because people say, well, I cannot progress anymore. So a few years back, a company introduced a new club, which they called the Star Club, with 5 new positions in that club: Jasper, Amethyst, Malachite, Nephrite, and Onyx, and an opportunity to earn anywhere from £30,000 a month up to £200,000 per month. Now that is like a Premier League footballer's income, isn't it? And I have two left legs, so I have more chances in FM than I have in football, right? But many of you watching this now, you'll probably saying, "Oh, that is impossible. Nobody can get paid that type of income, can they?" Well, guess what? In the last 2 years since the company introduced the Star Club, already 5 people have reached the Jasper Star level, the first level. And these are these guys, right? And one of them, Irina Oliver, is here from UK. And this is her at the UK National Conference, picking up a check for £250,000 for about 5 months' work. Now, let me ask you a question. Is there any chance that doing what you do today, whether you're doing a business or a job or you studying or whatever, is there any chance that doing what you do today, you're going to get paid £250,000 every 5 months? In my job, that wasn't going to happen ever. In my wife's job, that wasn't going to happen ever. So when we first looked at this business, we looked at each other and we said, you know what? We haven't got much to lose. Let's get started. Let's start building this thing, right? But I always mentioned that Irina has been in business now for about 10 years, right? Now, many people who are watching this webinar, they're not going to be in business 10 years from now because they're going to give up. They're going to give up 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now, right? So the reality is that you can achieve really great income in this business, but it's not get rich quick. This is not a lottery, right? You need to focus, you need to put in time and effort, and you need to commit to the business. If you do, you can expect to get some really, really good results. On top of that, like I mentioned, we have car bonuses, we have other prizes like products and jewelry and gadgets and even holidays, right? So you can benefit in very, very many ways of being part of FM World, right? Not just money-wise, but also lifestyle-wise. One of the biggest reasons why I joined this business was the fact that I wanted to spend more time with my family. I wanted to see my wife more. I wanted to see my 2 little girls more, etc. And this business is allowing me to do exactly that, right? So it's really, really, really important for you to think, what is it that I want to get in life? And is my current career or my current job can deliver those results? So there's really 3 choices here. One, you can choose to become a preferred customer. You might be one of those people who are on this call today and you're saying, you know what, all of this doesn't make any sense to me. I don't want to do any business, etc. But I like the idea of good quality products at a really low price. So you can become a preferred customer, purchase the products directly from the company at a business partner price, and enjoy really, really great discount. Number 2, you might say, you know what? I know some people who might benefit and who might be interested in purchasing these products. So I want to become a business partner and share these products with my friends, family, work colleagues, etc. Or number 3, you might be thinking, you know what? I know some people who will get excited about this project too. So I want to become a team leader, build a team, and get the maximum out of this business. Now, whichever one you choose to pursue, whether it's a preferred customer, business partner, or team leader, what I want you to do now is go back to the person who sent you the link for this webinar and talk to them. They will be able to help you to get started. Registration is free of charge in FM, so they will be able to get you registered, get you started so you can start experiencing the products. You can access the FM back office. You can see all the product ranges and everything, and they will support you and guide you and teach you everything that they know in this business. All right, guys, let me just switch the screen back up. Stop. Okay, are you guys alive? Are you still here? Great. So very quickly, I wanted to have a look if there's any questions here. I can see Patricia saying it's 2 p.m. there, so it's not too bad. I thought it's like a middle of the night over there. Hey, Clifton, I hope you're well. Hey, Linda, I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. If there's any questions, I'll give you a few seconds to type the questions into the question box, and I will answer them for you. If there's no questions, we're going to wrap this webinar up, and we're going to move along, etc. Right? So, like I said, if somebody sent you the link for this webinar, I want you to go back to that person who sent you the link, say, hey, I watched the webinar, you know, this is what I like the most. This is what I like the most from the webinar, right? And if you're one of those people who invited people onto this webinar, contact those people and ask them, you know, what do they like the best from it, etc. And then you can take it from there, because some of you might like the product, some of you might like the business opportunity, some of you might like helping other people, right? So whatever it is, Tell the person who invited you to watch it, this is what I like the most, and I want to do more of that. I want to get more of that, right? Really, really important, right? Okay, cool. And Emma is saying, I will be online. So Emma Ridley is online. So all of the guys that came from Emma Ridley, go and get in touch with Emma right away. Awesome. Fantastic, guys. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here. My pleasure to have all of you here. Hope you guys got value from this. Hope you, you learned maybe something new. Maybe it sort of tweaked your mind a little bit, and some of these concepts maybe will make you excited. Some of you might be like me. You might not be able to fall asleep tonight thinking about how this concept can change your life, right? Whichever it is, I wish you all the best, and I'll see you at the top.